Hello and welcome to Strategy Battle Gamers to the Great British Hobbit League YouTube channel. You're here with your host GBHL Jamie.
And GBHL Damian.
And this is going to be a Batrep for a scenario from the Scouring of the Shire. We'll be playing Odovacar Bolger's Promenade.
It's a mouthful and a half.
It is, yeah. Got that right first time.
First one from the Scouring of the Shire, isn't it? That we've done. That
we've played, yes.
And you've been very excited about these for a while.
I have been. So I've been painting these guys up. You may have seen this sort of format. It's this scenario that was used in the Battle Company's Lost in the Woods, but this time I'm actually going to play it with all the full rules. So I took quite a lot out last time because it seems very unfair to the goblins, and I wanted to live.
Oh, when you were using the goblins as the hobbits, yeah. But this time we're cool with being unfair to the hobbits.
Yeah, yeah. Right. Well, they get a little bit. They get Tom
Bombadil, yeah, absolutely.
So
totally broke.
Yeah, yes. So the objective for this is there are 8 hobbits, Tom Bombadil, Goldberry, and no evil models. All the hobbits have to do.
What?
Yeah. No. Look at it in the rules. You can see it there. Evil models, none. No, none. Really.
Well then, that's going to be a very easy game for the hobbits.
Yeah, and all they have to do is get one hobbit off the edge of the board.
No problem.
No problem. Can't get Tom Bombadil off the board though.
No.
That's cheating.
Put him down chasm.
Yeah. Flash the image up.
Possibly. Every video.
Yeah. So what the evil get instead is they get what they call restless trees.
Oh.
So this is set in the old forest, and Odovacar Bolger's gone into there with his little troop of hobbits and got lost basically, and now the old forest is taking revenge.
Oh no.
I know. It's because they're carrying axes, and trees hate piercing strikes. So.
They do, yeah.
So there's some special rules for the scenario. There's Ho Tom Bombadil. After 4 turns...
It's quite offensive. It's like an angry slur.
Yeah, I said it wrong. I should be like, Ho Tom Bombadil. Not Ho Tom Bombadil. So after the 4th turn in the game, you can roll a d6 at the start of the game, start of the turn, and on a 4+ Tom Bombadil will turn up. And then after every subsequent turn, if you roll another 4+, Goldberry will turn up.
Oh.
And these are different to what you'll know from the Free Peoples. They've got a different profile in this.
Oh, okay.
This is old. So they still got the same...
Was this the one they were first published in?
Yeah,
the Scouring of the Shire?
Could have been, yeah.
Because
they would never leave the old forest and the old scenarios, so you couldn't use them.
Fellowship of the Ring journey book, weren't they?
Yes, they are, yeah.
And then
that's following the Barrow Downs.
That was after...
Same profile.
Oh, right.
It must be before. It must be.
Yeah.
So, movement 6, all the question marks for his stats. Tom is the master's still there, so all the same. Can't blast him, can't shoot him, can't hurt him, can't charge him. He can charge you. But it's different with his magical power. It's a 12-inch range, and it fully heals you of all lost stats. It's not just one of each, and it's range 12.
Oh, I'm pleased about that because Tom Bombadil's not good enough normally.
No.
So it's good that
he's 80, and this he's 80 points as well.
80 points.
And Goldberry's 70.
Of course.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But the restriction obviously used to be they would never be...
Yeah, they're only in scenarios.
Yeah. So for this we actually need them.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the Promenade. So that's him. He can turn up and help out the hobbits. There's another special rule called Desperate Panic. So the hobbits are too far out of their comfort zone and they must pass a courage test to move, or they are effectively compelled. So fight one.
Poor hobbits.
Moving however you or the trees want them to. Scary times.
Hmm?
The trees are moving.
Nice.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So at the start of the turn, you roll d6, and that's how many trees you'll get to move this turn. The trees themselves move d6 inches, and obviously take no terrain penalties. They have control zones, so can charge and be charged if they're normal models. And should a restless tree win a combat, it will not strike. Rather, it will envelop a single defeated model, and at the end of the turn, will cause a strength 4 hit on them.
That's so cool.
That's cool. It's like a
so they don't roll a strength 4 hit immediately?
No, it's at the end of the turn. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So essentially, you might as well do a strength 4 hit on them.
Yeah.
But yeah. If a restless tree is charged whilst it is enveloping a model, that model is instantly released. And if they are under the spell of Hey Come Merry Doll or Refreshing Song, then they release the hobbit as well.
So that's the point of Tom.
Yeah.
Tom will be going up to
trees and
hobbits that have been knocked out.
Please no.
Please not tree. It's a bad tree.
Bad tree. Don't do it. Oh, please.
He might say, hush now,
Willow man.
Willow, go to sleep.
Is that it?
Treebeard says it in the film, doesn't he? You should not be waking, hush now, rhymes with sleep. Get quiet down, go to sleep.
Okay.
Isn't it?
It's in there. It's in the extended edition.
It is.
And if they are beaten or the spell songs are cast on them, they retreat D3 inches instead of just 1.
The trees?
The trees do, yeah.
So he can just cast the spell, on a tree.
And that moves D3 away from him.
Okay, so he's either healing hobbits or blasting trees away?
Yes. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. Rest of trees that have been enveloped may be targeted with shooting attacks, but that's for if you want to play it as a points match.
Oh, right.
Because obviously... they've got throw stones, I guess. So yeah, so you can throw stones at trees and try and...
And are the hobbits just...
Hobbits are just hobbit militia. So
there's no heroes?
There's no might.
So if you do the strength 4 hit, they're gone?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So
can Goldberry do the song?
Goldberry can do, refreshing song.
She's got the same rule as Tom?
Exact same, yeah.
Okay, that's cool. But they only come on from turn 4, you said?
Potentially turn 4 onwards, yeah.
And what's the tree's stat line?
Tree stat line is fight 1. So the
that's the bit that matters, isn't it? So the hobbit has to have the advantage.
Yeah. Strength 2, for what it's worth, I guess. Maybe some spells matter for that, maybe. Defense 5, which doesn't matter again. 1 attack and courage 8.
This sounds incredibly cool.
Sounds like a very fluffy scenario.
I'm quite excited about this.
And for hobbits, just to get 1 off the west board edge, and Tom Bombadil will arrive from the east.
Okay. So all your hobbits are aiming for 1 board edge?
Yeah.
Alright, okay. Who do you want? Are we going to roll the dice?
We'll roll the dice, because I'm not fussed with who I am. Trees are cool, and also the hobbits are cool, because you get to use Bombadil.
I think I'd rather be trees, because I've never played as trees before.
I'll be hobbits then, if you want to be trees.
I'll be trees.
You be trees.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Yeah?
They're your hobbits, they're my trees.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense.
It does.
Cool.
So we shall get into the scenario now and see the setup. Yay!
Okay, so this is the board at the start of the game. We're playing on a 3x3 board, so those kind of hills mark the edge of it over there. You can see that the 8 poor little hobbits have deployed in the centre, and all the trees are kind of around them, and they have to get off this board edge.
This board edge, yeah.
The west board edge, and Tom and Goldberry will enter from that board edge over there.
Yep.
So we'll go into priority, or is it a...
yeah, priority, yeah.
Yep, okay, and we will do that now. Hobbits get 5. Trees get a 6. Trees for the win, and we will come back after movement.
Yep.
Okay, so here's how things look after the movement phase. So I won priority, and I got to move 2 trees this turn. And Tree the first charged into that poor hobbit with an axe, and Tree the second charged into these 2 hobbits at the back. And in return, Jamie bullied me by charging the 3rd hobbit into this tree, and 2 more hobbits in. And this guy down here with the terracotta hat, we've decided is Odovacar. So he's not any different profile, but just for the fluff of it.
Yeah.
And finally, this dear sweet hobbit over here failed his courage test, so I moved him 2 inches away.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go into the fights now. So Tree the first.
Yep. How many have I got?
You've got 3 hobbits on Tree the first.
4.
Jamie has the higher fight. You got 4.
Yeah.
4 hobbits. Sneaky hobbit around the back. Hobbits get a 6. They take it. So he just goes back an inch, is it?
D3 inches.
D3 inches. So he goes back 3 inches. Yep. Poor tree. And over here we've got the same again. The tree gets a 2. It's not enough.
Yeah.
Against the mighty 4 of the hard as nails hobbits.
Yeah.
And the tree backs away just 1 inch. And there it goes. So that is the end of that. And
turn 2.
Turn 2. We'll roll for a priority. Hobbits get 4. Trees get a 3. Disaster. So we'll come back after your movement.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so here's things at the end of Jamie's movement, and whilst things started well with this tiny little hobbit making a bid for the edge of the board, over here the 3 hobbits with the dice next to them, so Odovacar and those 2, all failed their courage test, and so I moved them the other way. The remaining 4 hobbits have come running up from their previous fight with this tree, so that now means that those 3 hobbits all count as being compelled, so they're immobilised, their fight is halved.
It's the old rules, so they are fight 1.
Oh, they're fight 1?
Yeah. Which is
it's the same, isn't it? So when I get my trees going, I'll probably be aiming at them. And this turn, I get to move...
1 tree.
Hashtag bosh. So Well, I'll just keep it going.
Yep.
I was going to say I'll come back after I've moved
Yeah.
all my trees. So I think I'll try and move this tree here.
Yep.
And I can move it a mighty 4 inches, which is enough. So I'll smash up that hobbit there.
Yeah.
Might as well just keep going, shouldn't we?
Yeah,
Just do the fight.
Yep.
So tree, hobbit, sorry,
Hobbit
gets a
gets
4. Come on, tree. Tree gets a 3. Disaster.
Backs away.
And he backs away 1 inch. Did not capitalise.
No.
Let's try harder. We're going to priority for turn 3.
Yes, yeah. Bombadil soon.
Hobbits get 5. Trees get 5.
Trees take it.
Trees do take it. I don't like that. Okay, so how many trees do I get to move? I get to move 4 trees, and we'll come back after that movement.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's how it's looking at the end of movement. I got to move 4 trees. So this tree charged into him, these 2 trees charged into this one hobbit, and this tree was actually out of range. But then in Jamie's move, that hobbit failed his courage test, so I compelled him into the tree. And we don't know if you can do that, but we decided for this scenario that we will be able to compel hobbits into trees. Jamie then countercharged those 2 with those other 2 hobbits. Meanwhile, Odovacar and 2 hobbits are legging it. So we're going to go straight into the fight phase with this tree against a untransfixed hobbit. The tree gets... the hobbit gets a 5. The tree gets...
D3
damn
inches.
tree. The tree goes 3 inches back.
Which way would you like it to go?
Kind of blocking their way. There goes the tree. And next up, we'll do a tree against the transfixed hobbit.
Oh, yeah.
So, tree gets a 2.
Oh,
and no, it's a tie. Isn't
Of course,
it? So
yeah.
it's fight 1. Yeah, so it's a tie.
1, 2, 3 hobbits. 1, 2, 3 trees.
1, 2,
4,
3
5,
trees,
6
yeah.
hobbits.
Oh, it goes to the hobbit.
He's beaten.
Disaster. And the tree gets knocked back 1 inch. Yep. And so it is my priority, so I can choose how to split this.
Yep.
So I will have this tree against this one.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1 hobbit.
Hobbit gets a 5.
5.
Tree needs a 6.
Tree gets a 5. Disaster.
A militia definitely fights 2.
Goes back 3 inches.
How about militia fight 1?
Fight 1.
Yeah.
You're cheating.
I'm cheating.
Unbelievable.
Well, at least I fessed up.
There's been 16 tied fights that I would have won.
Below, how many tied fights? So 1, 2, 3 evil, get it?
That one was tied, was it? Yep.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, so that's way. Which just leaves us with these 2 hobbits against a tree.
Yep.
Hobbits score a 6.
Six.
Tree gets 5. It's not enough.
2. Or
Yeah. And away they go. When we go into turn 4.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So priority.
Yep. Hobbits get 5. Trees get 6 and take it again.
Snatch it.
And we'll so see how many trees I get to move. Oh, 1 tree.
1 tree. 1 tree hill.
And we'll come back after movement. Okay, and here's how it's looking after movement. So I only got to move 1 tree, so I charged this tree into this hobbit. In Jamie's move, we can see that 1, 2, 3 hobbits all failed their courage tests, and so were compelled 2 inches away. Meanwhile, Odovacar and his mate passed and are legging it towards the table edge, and we have this cheeky hobbit breaking away down that far edge. And finally, Tom did not turn up on the roll of a 4+. So we'll go straight into the fight phase.
Yep.
It's 2 hobbits against the tree.
2 hobbits.
Hobbits, score 3. Surely tree. Stupid tree. It's bad tree. And the tree backs away 1 inch. And so we're going to priority.
Yep.
Hobbits get 6. Trees get 5, and the hobbits take it. And we'll come back after movement. Okay, so here we are after movement. Jamie had priority. So these 4 hobbits over here all failed their courage test and have been moved backwards. These 2 legged it, and Odovacar and his mate in there were closing on the edge until I rolled, and I only got to move 2 trees, which isn't enough, but both of those trees charged a hobbit. And in other, more worrying news, this happened. Hey, dull, merry doe indeed. Tom has arrived to start helping out the hobbits. Don't really appear to need much help. So we'll go straight into the fight phase with generic hobbit against tree.
Generic hobbit? Oh no.
Come on, tree! Tree wins!
Oh, tree envelops him.
For the first time. Consider yourself enveloped. And against Odovacar.
Yep. No, Odovacar.
Surely tree! Tree is a 4!
No!
Odovacar himself! Outstanding! Good bodyguard work, trees. And so that's now the end of the turn.
Yep.
So take a stroke 4 hits.
Yep.
Defense 3.
Yep.
So strength 4 on generic hobbit. 4 to remove him from the game. He He's gone!
He's gone. The first Hobbit.
First Hobbit falls.
No.
And finally on Odovacar.
Odovacar himself.
Biggest roll.
Yep.
Oh, he's alive. Probably for the best.
Just
for the
double check their defence. Yeah, defence 3.
So that's a Hobbit out the game. That's some good blocking from the trees there. So we're going to
He
priority.
will continually take these strength 4 hits now unless I can free him.
Yes, he takes it at the end of every turn, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Yep. So we're going to priority for turn 5.
Yep.
Hobbits get 4. Trees get a 5.
Oh, trees go first.
How many trees do we get? You get 4 trees. That's a bit better.
That's good.
And do you want to roll to see if Goldberry comes on?
Yes, yeah. So 4 plus.
Oh, he gets Goldberry as
Goldberry
well. So we will come back after movement. Okay, so at the end of move phase, there's all sorts of fun scenario stuff going on. I got to move 4 trees. So this tree charged in here, this tree charged in here, this tree charged in here, and probably my favourite bit, this tree that snared Odovacar over here has started carrying him away from the table edge deep into the old forest, which is very cool.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Jamie passed 2 courage tests to countercharge those trees with a couple of hobbits. This guy failed his courage test and legged it, and Tom and Goldberry have started bossing the forest around, moving this tree away and this tree away as well. So it's all very exciting. So we're going into the fight phase with 1 tree against 1 hobbit here. Hobbit gets, oh, disaster, but the tree gets, that's not enough.
Moves back.
Tree backs away 2 inches.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got 2 hobbits against 1 tree.
2 hobbits.
Hobbits get 5. Come on, the tree.
Oh,
4. Disaster. That's cocked. Amy's 1 inch away.
Yep.
Keep away from there. Another 2 hobbits against the tree. 4. It's a chance for the tree. Chance not taken. Tree goes away 1 inch. That is the end of the turn.
Oh.
So Odovacar takes a strength 4 hit.
Indeed.
4 to kill him. I can't see it.
He's dead.
He's gone. Odovacar. No.
No, he's never returning to the Shire.
Disaster.
Hopefully a friend will go tell his family.
No, they're all going to die in the depths of the old forest. So we go on to priority.
Yep.
Hobbits get 5. Trees get 6.
Trees take it.
How many trees do I get to move? I get to move 6 trees.
6 trees.
Oh, it's a good turn for trees. And I'll come back after I've smashed up some hobbits. So after getting to move 6 trees, the forest has really kicked off. So this tree charged into this hobbit, this tree charged into these 2 hobbits, this tree charged into these 2 hobbits, this tree charged into this hobbit, this tree failed to reach him, and this tree over here failed to reach this hobbit and moved forward, but then was bossed back by Goldberry. And Tom, who's now over here, also bossed one of the middle tree there away. So we're going to go straight into the fight phase with 1 tree against 1 hobbit.
Oh!
Hobbit gets a 4.
Oh no.
Tree gets a 4, it's a tight fight.
Your priority?
My priority. He goes to the tree. He's ensnared. Excellent work, tree. Good tree. We've now got 2 hobbits against the tree.
2 hobbits. No.
Come on, the 6. Tree backs away 3 inches.
Yeah.
We then have 2 hobbits against the tree.
2 hobbits.
It's a 2.
It's a 3.
A 3. Surely the tree. Oh, the tree chokes.
Does an hour gone?
The pain is still very fresh for Tom. And finally, a tree there.
Oh no. Come on.
Gives a 4 and takes him.
No.
Excellent work. So at the end of the turn, I get to make 2 strength 4 hits.
Yeah, so this guy.
Tree against the hobbit. Oh!
This one.
Tree against the hobbit. Oh, he's
gone.
got him! He takes the hobbit out.
Oh no.
Numbers are falling, sir. We go straight into priority.
Yep. 1.
Hobbits get a 1. Trees get a 4.
How many trees?
How many trees do I get to move? Oh, 1! Yes. Disaster! Okay, so I will probably move this tree here.
Yep.
And I get to move him 5 inches, which is plenty to do that.
Yeah. Okay.
And we'll come back after Jamie. Tom? Sorry, dude.
The Tom Bombadil's movie.
Yeah, exactly, Tom Bombadil, that's what I meant. After we've done that.
Yeah.
So, with a poor roll from me for trees, where I managed to charge in there, Jamie's really been able to make the big spirity people's presence felt. First off, Goldberry refreshed that dwarf with the axe.
Dwarf?
Who had been hobbit with the axe. Who had been knocked out by this tree, so he's now back on his feet. The presence of Tom and Goldberry, I don't think we mentioned this in special rules, also means that the hobbits auto pass their courage test.
Yes, yeah.
So all 3 of these just were able to run straight forward. Tom, meanwhile, then pushed that tree away to clear the way a bit, and he's also charged this tree. So it's looking quite good for the hobbits over there. So we'll go straight into the fight phase. We've got 2 hobbits here against 1 tree.
Hobbits
Hobbits get 5. The tree gets 1, and he goes 2 inches away.
And
Finally, Tom auto wins.
Yep.
Yep. So he goes 2 inches away.
Cool.
And we go into priority.
Yes, yeah.
Hobbits get
A 6.
a 6.
We'll take it this time.
And the trees only get 3. So we will come. Oh, let's see how many trees I get to move.
Okay.
2 trees. That is not enough trees, and we'll come back after movement. So this is the end of movement, and it is a disastrous turn for the trees. Tom and Goldberry moved a couple of them away. All the hobbits legged it forward, passing their courage test automatically. Tom charged this tree, and whilst I got to move 2 trees, I chose to move these 2 and only rolled 1, so they just stuttered forward a bit. I mean, the hobbits are absolutely unimpeded this turn, so we'll go straight in this fight. Tom automatically wins, and the tree goes back 2 inches.
Do a
That way.
top movement, yeah, there we go.
So we go into priority.
Yep.
5 from the hobbits. It's a 4! It's a disaster again for the trees. And how many trees do I get to move? No, it's 2 trees again. So here we are at the end of the movement phase. You can see the hobbit pack is in there. Tom charged this tree to get it out of the way. Both Tom and Goldberry moved a couple of trees away. And despite only being able to move 2, I managed to roll high enough with these 2 trees to charge these 2 hobbits. So we do have 3 fights. Bombadil automatically wins, and the tree backs away 2 inches.
Yep.
And then we have a tree against a hobbit. Got to make this count. So hobbit's a 3. It's a chance. It's a 5. He's ensnared. And we've got the same again.
1-on-1.
The hobbit gets a 2. Surely tree. And the tree backs away 5.
3 inches, yeah.
And it's the end of the turn. I think it's fair to say I have to take this hobbit out. Oh, God. And we go straight into priority. I get 4. Oh, stupid fat hobbit! How many trees do I get to move? 6 trees! Great success, many trees, wow. So, here we are at the end of the move phase, and you can see that the dwarfs have become slightly enveloped.
The dwarves.
The dwarfs again. So Tom, firstly, Goldberry refreshed the hobbit who was knocked down there.
Yep.
So they all kind of came running down here. Tom has charged this tree, but being able to move 6 trees, I was then able to get 1, 2, 3 trees in on individual hobbits, whilst a few more trees, as you can see, closed in around them. So it's quite exciting.
Yeah.
We've got 3 combats. First off, Tom automatically wins. Tree goes back 2 inches. Then we have a tree at the back fighting 1 hobbit.
Which one we look at?
This one here.
This one here? Okay.
Yep. Hobbit gets a
6!
6!
Strong.
Ah, the tree backs away. It's a mighty 3 inches. Then we got this hobbit over here fighting a tree.
This one?
Yep.
Is that 2 on?
No, he was just on that guy. He's on that orange guy, I think.
Right, yeah.
3. Oh, the tree takes it! And he was the one who was ensnared, I think, wasn't he? And finally, we have the last big bodyguard tree who did very well against Odovacar.
Oh no!
Come on, tree! Yes!
Oh,
He envelops.
Please don't.
That's what we're after. So it's the end of a turn.
Yep.
So the one very close to the board edge. Does he kill him? No! Oh, she's in trees! And the guy in the orange coat with an axe.
Oh, good trees.
And so we go straight into priority. 6!
6.
It's mine, finally. How many trees do I get to move? I get to move 3 trees. Alright, we'll come back after that. Okay, so here we go after movement. Jamie ruled again in the interest of the game, which was quite cool, that a model who's enveloped someone, they can only envelop 1 hobbit at a time, but if they're in combat, they can't be refreshing songed.
Yeah.
So this tree holding this hobbit has charged into this guy to kind of protect himself. This tree charged into this hobbit, this tree charged into this hobbit, and Tom charged into this one to try and back him away and free the hobbit who's ensnared. And meanwhile, Tom then also pushed a tree away over here. So straight into the fights.
Yep.
Tom automatically wins.
Yep.
So tree backs away
3 inches.
3 inches. And does that refresh this guy?
Yes, yeah. So when the tree's beaten in combat that's ensnared, he releases him.
So he's lovely. Next up, we have this tree here against a hobbit.
Yep.
So it's 2. And I get 4, but I can't ensnare him.
So just back away an inch.
He backs away an inch. And final, no, not final, we've got 2 more. So we've got this tree here against a hobbit. Oh, it's a chance for a tree. It's a tie. It's my priority.
Yep.
It goes to evil.
Oh no, he's ensnared.
That's another ensnared hobbit. Very nice.
And the final one.
Finally over here. Tree gets a 6. Yes, he's ensnared. Oh, that's a nice number of laid down hobbits. So I get to roll to strike them.
Yes.
So this one here, 4 to kill him. He's gone.
He's gone. Oh no.
And this one here,
Yep.
4 to kill him. No, 3. And this one here,
Yep.
he takes him out of the game, leaving only 3 hobbits. Although, it has to be said, that one is alarmingly close to the table edge. So we will roll for priority. I had it last. So he gets a 3. Come on, trees. Ah, it's a 3, it swaps. And I think, do we think?
Yeah.
And this hobbit is going to leg it off.
Oh, he can go tell the Shire.
And win the game for the hobbits.
God, it's much tenser than I thought it was going to be, but from the start of the game.
Stupid Bombadil. And with that, we'll go into a post-battle Batrep breakdown.
Yeah. So, welcome to the post-battle Batrep breakdown, and victory to the hobbits.
Victory to the stupid fat hobbits.
Indeed. Only just though.
Yeah, that was brilliant. I really liked that.
scenario.
I hope that comes across.
Yeah.
That was an awful lot of fun. I played as trees.
There's trees. Yeah.
It's cool doing something utterly different.
Completely different.
Yeah.
There's no stat line really to think of, and
Yeah.
breaking's not an issue.
You don't roll to wound.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was tons of fun. That was really, really interesting.
Very good.
It was just nice. It was, it's the SBG rules that you know, but really quite different.
Turned on its head a little bit.
Yeah. So the hobbits won with 3 hobbits left.
3 hobbits left, yeah.
But only that one could have got off the table that turn, I think.
I think so, yeah.
So Tom saved the day, didn't he? Because he was ensnared.
Freed him up. Then the next turn he could walk off. Mind you, a priority that turn, if it had gone to the trees, who knows?
Yeah, absolutely. Because there were quite a lot of trees around those hobbits, so I probably would have got a few in.
Yeah.
So yeah, and you only got 3. Only had a 50-50 chance of doing it. But them's the way it goes.
Yes, it did, yeah.
What do you think?
Oh, it was very fun, very well written.
Yeah.
It's not hugely imbalanced.
No, it's not. I thought at the start you didn't have a chance when you were, because they've only got courage 3.
Yeah.
And when you were taking all the courage tests and they were moving away.
3 or 4 a turn.
Yeah, about half of them, weren't
yeah.
they? I was like, even if 2 of them get near the borders, they'll always fail.
Yeah.
And then Tom and Goldberry came along.
Auto pass the courage.
And I think that was the big difference in a way. I know, he obviously helped beating a few trees and refreshing them, but
the courage is the
big
modifier.
You're not having to roll those dice was suddenly huge.
Yeah. Just everyone's moving forwards full pelt with Tom Goldberry. Yeah.
But I still, as much as that then swung, I didn't feel like they particularly broke it for you.
No.
That there were. I seem to roll quite extremes for how many trees I got.
Yeah, it was
I had
one
a couple of times,
or a 6.
Yeah. And I think maybe
a constant
6.
3 or 4.
I think we found a couple of turns where I had 6. 6 isn't all that useful.
No.
Because you've normally not got 6 in range, whereas 3 or a 4 every turn.
Yeah.
Would be more helpful.
Constantly charging, pinning them in place.
Yeah. So maybe that would have made a difference. Don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, 3 or 4 every turn, because you're constantly sort of keeping them penned in.
I loved how it looked, visually, as the trees started
properly towards the end coming in. You're like,
Yeah.
no, please, trees,
bad
don't do
trees.
this.
It's weird as well how you always get this in the narrative scenarios. I think how invested you get in the trees and stuff.
Yeah. Come on, tree!
Come on, tree!
Bodyguard tree!
Come on, little hobbit!
Yeah.
Yeah, those 2 big trees towards the back, they were my favourite trees.
Yeah, definitely.
Even though one of them choked at the end and you dropped the hobbit.
No. You tried.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it seemed pretty balanced. If you played it a few times and it kept happening, it'd be very easy to just drop a hobbit or something, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
To change the odds. But
I think it works out. I think it's for every 3 trees there's 1 hobbit near enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then I thought this at the start. I didn't get to use half the trees.
Well, yeah.
Because half of them are essentially there just to look pretty, aren't they?
Yeah.
It'd be a very different game if you started right on the far board edge.
Yeah. So
and you have to come
make your way
all the way over.
Yeah.
But I like the random move thing as well.
Yeah.
that you didn't know how. I thought that was quite fluffy.
It's like, I want to move this tree. Please
Yeah.
roll. I need.
And then you didn't necessarily know how far they were going to go, and you know that some of them got in, some of them didn't. That was good fun.
It's always interesting to see, like, what I was thinking was like maybe a few charge in and the rest start to just move in closer and closer, and eventually by the end of the game you sort of have this wall of trees.
Yeah, like if maybe you could roll. If maybe something like I roll how many trees I can move, and so I get 4, and I can move them d6 inches, but every other tree gets to move an inch or something.
Yeah.
And gradually they just it shifts in. That
closer.
might be quite cool.
Yeah.
But you know what they should be able to. Trees should be able to use brutal power attacks.
Well, they've got their own, haven't they? Envelop.
Yeah, I don't want that. I want a hurl. And a hurl, like hurling hobbits around the forest would be brilliant.
Fantastic. Yeah, so I should be able to pierce and strike.
Yeah, but that you get piercing strike and I get hurl. That'd be amazing. But yeah, it's really good fun. I think the Scouring Shire book looks like it was written with an awful lot of love.
Yeah.
It was
well written scenario.
Yeah, it was Adam Troke, wasn't it, who wrote the Hobbit rules manual. But they're really cool scenarios, very very fluffy. And you can see that it's more like a mini game than it is a game of SBG.
Yes,
it's
yeah,
so different. But
that's what drew me to it when I was flicking through. I was like, this one looks really cool, and it's probably a game that you guys at home will probably never really get to play unless you've got this many trees.
yeah, individual trees as well.
Yeah.
You need
not
glued
base.
to a base. Yeah. But yeah, a lot of fun. I like that a lot. So yeah, if you can, give it a go. It's really really good fun.
Definitely. And
I think it also requires. It doesn't just require 20 trees. It requires 8 hobbits and Tom Goldberry, and they're kind of models that not a lot of people will have.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
It's like these I bought specifically for this, and well, the hobbits for this, and battle companies, and Tom and Goldberry just for the journey book scenarios.
Yeah.
So when I saw that the two coincided, I was like, oh, it's perfect.
It's a win.
Indeed.
So I think we're gonna keep going.
Yes,
We're gonna try some
Fog on the Barrow.
Fog on the Barrow Downs. So look out for that in the
Indeed.
future.
So, hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to comment, like, share and subscribe.
Sport your Hobbit hobby.
And happy strategy battle gaming.